I'm trying to give you as much opportunity as possible. I'm not hearing... I heard a concrete argument here, and I want to give you the opportunity to respond in some form. Let me be more broad in the question. Give me the brief thesis as to why we should not believe in God.
Well, why we shouldn't believe in God really depends on what you mean by belief. Whether or not we should accept the arguments really has to do with whether they correspond with the facts.
Well, there can be no absolute certainty that there isn't or there is. I mean, obviously, you're an intelligent man. You would never say atheist, and atheism is rationally impossible. You can strongly doubt. You can strongly believe. If there was absolute proof, then God wouldn't be loving. He wouldn't give us freedom. There has to be that room and not to believe. You have to want to find him.
Right.
But so, why, speaking to viewers out there, hundreds of thousands of people watching, why would you say to them, God is irrelevant, don't bother?
Well, I would say that it's more important actually for them to examine the reasons why they would believe in God, right? I'd actually think that that's really the first step, is to appreciate the role of skepticism and the role of taking arguments seriously and investigating them to the best of their abilities. I think that would likely lead to atheism. I don't think that it's necessary for people to have arguments for being atheists, rather that they should come to the conclusion that makes the most sense to them.
Why?
Because, well, otherwise then you're deluding yourself. If you're not actually thinking about what you believe, and I don't think any Christian would agree that you should believe it, or that you should believe in something simply because it was told to you. You should investigate it. I just think that that would lead to someone to be an atheist.
We seem to be going around in circles here. But the reason we're having the debate is, does God exist? So obviously, it's a self-evident truth that I believe in debate on these issues.
Right.
I want you to tell people why they shouldn't believe, if you want to use the semantics, why they shouldn't imagine there's a God. Show me how there's no God. Give me proof that God doesn't exist.
Well, we can't prove a negative. I think that's why we're going around in circles. Like, I can't prove the non-existence of
Give me an argument.
It's very important to understand here, Michael. It's the atheist who has the burden of proof with respect to this argument. As you quite rightly, I think, pressed Michael to give us an argument that God does not exist. So if Michael wants to say that God and evil in the world are logically incompatible with each other, he needs to give us an argument to show that that's the case.